Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start on this because I don't feel like wasting time. So, when I was a kid, this is always what I would do first. Move forward 4 times, turn left, move forward. Then pull the torch and use it. Oops. Okay, I know I probably should have pulled my sword there, but hey, whatever. So this right here is the spot. When I would play this game as a kid, I would move up to this spot, and I would stand here until all the monsters had come to me. I didn't like walking around the dungeon because at this point in the game, that can be really draining on your heart. And at least this way you got something of a good view. I mean, it's not a terrific view, but it's something. Now, I'm not really going to go into a tutorial of all the commands and stuff because I'm figuring, if you're interested in watching this, it's probably because you've played the game before. And if you played the game, oh boy, then you already know the commands. I'm actually going to run from this, and I'm going to go over here because he'll turn up eventually. Perfect. Okay, now we got an item on the ground. That helps. Of course, in case you don't remember, any monster who comes into the room is going to pick up all the items before they attack. He picked those up pretty quick. AL obviously is attack left. And here he comes. These guys are going to be your first big challenge in the game. Unless you run into one of the smiling blobs, which is not likely, but it could happen. Boy, look at this. We're just racking them up here, aren't we? On the computer, it went a little bit slower than it does on this emulation. And also, of course, on the computer there were red and blue dots, and you don't see that on this, but that's fine. Dude, I just heard one of the blobs. I hope that sound is coming through okay. I think I'm going to turn it up a little bit, though. Good Lord, we're going to hit 3 of them already? Where's he coming from? Oh, well, there he is. 5 hits to kill him there. When you first start out, those will take 7 hits to kill the stone giants. The spiders will take 1, and the snakes will take 3, and the blobs will take like 10. But as you get stronger, of course, the monsters gradually start to go down faster. And if you build up a little collection of items, that helps a lot too. But before leaving this level, before leaving level 1, you want to make sure that you've killed the 2 smiling blobs and gotten the items that they carry. One of them carries the iron sword, and the other carries the fire ring. Dude, I just heard him. He's like right on top of me here. That doesn't sound like him at all. There he is. That's one of them. You'll have to kill 2 of these before you leave the level. I mean, you can leave it before you kill them, but I wouldn't advise it. There. Okay, he dropped the ring. Which is, look at that. Oh my god. I'm telling you right here, right now, I have never gotten this lucky with all the monsters just coming straight to me. All that's really left is one more stone giant. Otherwise, this level's clear. The stone giants will also drop lunar torches, which you will need in level 2, and especially in level 3. That's one of them right there, because I can't figure out what it is yet, because I'm not experienced enough now. Let's see. But, like, for instance, I have a lunar torch in my right hand right now. But if you already know, say if you're an expert on the game and you already know one of them is a lunar torch, you can always just tell it to pick up a certain kind, and even though he doesn't know which one it is, he'll still pick up the lunar torch, which is kind of weird, but alas, still right. Okay, so, oops. Sometimes you have to fight like type 2 letters, sometimes not, but there we go, iron sword. The 2 items you need the most are the ones that the blobs drop. One of them is the iron sword, the other one is the ring, the Vulcan ring, which of course is incanted into fire. Yeah, those sounds are very messed up. So I'm pretty much ready to go to level 2 right now, except I'm still missing one of the stone giants, but I guess it doesn't matter that much. Those things, I mean, they add 25 to your power, which there are actually Excel spreadsheets online. You can look up and see how much power you get by defeating each monster, and in turn, how many hits each monster will take with each weapon, depending on what your power is. It's really cool to play around with. if I remember to, I'll try to put the URLs to those pages in the description here. So basically what you're doing now is waiting for the rest of the monsters to come to you, or you can just not do that. So now I guess what you want to do when you go into level 2 is you want to bring some items with you, because you're going to need them for protection. As I said before, the monsters, when they enter your cell, they won't attack you until they've picked up all of your items. So that gives you a chance to kill them before they get a blow-in, because sometimes they'll kill you in one hit, or sometimes even a couple of monsters on level 2 will kill you in one hit the moment they enter your cell, and that's why you need a stockpile of items to buy you some time to kill them before they get a chance to strike. So, well, this guy's not going to be a problem, so looks like there's somebody behind him. Maybe not. That's another pine torch, right? Okay. There's one more giant up here carrying a pine torch, but no big deal. Now, when I was a kid, I would always go down this hole, too, because I knew it was here. Now, the smarter thing to do is actually to find a hole in the corner of the dungeon, which I'm not even sure which corner it's in, because I don't know which way I'm going to be facing. I used to have this, like, memorized, but it's been a while. So I guess we're going to level 2. The thing is, I want to make sure that there is a part of level 2, there's a corner that you can go to in which you got a good view down both hallways, and both hallways extend practically the entire length of the dungeon, so that any monster who comes to any point in that hall to where you're in their eye shot, so to speak, through the doors and the walls that you can walk through, they'll just start coming straight for you. And that's the idea, is to get into a hallway that goes down a long way, a long corridor, so that any monster who enters that corridor will start coming for you. Otherwise, you just have to run around the dungeon and look for them, and, well, you really have no way of knowing when you've defeated all the monsters. So, at any rate, I hear another snake. Oh. Excuse me. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and climb down, and, what are we up to? Man, I can't believe I finished that in 10 minutes. Usually this takes like a half hour. I just can't believe all those monsters came to me so quickly. I honestly don't know how that happened. You can leave some monsters up here if you want, and then I think if you climb back up a ladder, those monsters will change into much more powerful monsters that you're in no condition to be fighting at this stage in the game. But if you're crazy, like me, you can try that. Now, once you climb down this hole, you're going to be in a corridor like this, an L-shaped. Right? So you turn right, there's the L. Now this is a wall that you can walk through. What you'll do is walk through this wall and go forward and right as much as you can, as far as you can, and you'll get to that corner that I was talking about. At that corner, there's a hole that goes down to level 3, or a hole that goes up to level 1. That's the part that I can't remember, which is why I was talking earlier about, you know, going to that corner in level 1 and climbing down, but I'm not sure if that's, I'm pretty sure that is a, what was I saying? I'm pretty sure that is a hole from level 1 to level 2, not from 2 to 3. Okay, we're going to pull the shield out. What I'm doing here, actually, is a strategy that will become very useful later in the game, which is to stand in a cell with a low-level creature and just let them attack, because they won't be able to kill you because they're not powerful enough. You just stand there, and as long as that monster is in your cell, no other monster will be able to enter that cell and attack you. So you can just stand here and wait for them to line up down the corridors like they're doing now. And it's a safe way to get rid of some of the tougher monsters at a point when maybe normally you wouldn't be able to. The risk, of course, is that there's no items on the floor, so they could hit you right as you walk into the cell. You're always taking a chance, but if you're fast enough of a typist, you can do it, and it was especially easier on the Coco because it was slower, but on here it's like really tough, so I'm going to take a chance here because I need to hurry up and do this so I can reveal my lunar torch. Otherwise my torch is about to run out here, so I'm going to give this guy a shot. Here we go. This is how you do it. Move forward. Well, you know how to do it, but